A Florida man legally adopted his 42-year-old girlfriend as his daughter, all in an attempt to shield his assets in a wrongful death civil suit. It was a highly unusual move and has many raising eyebrows. Could the same thing happen right here in Texas? Live at 5's family attorney, Sonia Kaufman, joins us now with details. Weird story.
Very interesting legal maneuver. It could happen in Texas. The Texas Family Code allows an adult to adopt another adult. There is no case law directly on those facts, but in the past, generally that statute has been used to determine whether someone could inherit under a will if they were adopted by another adult. So my thought is here that this is probably a sham and probably against public policy, so I doubt if it will work.
Good. It's just kind of, the whole thing was
very
bizarre.
Weird. Yes,
yeah,
it was.
Okay, let's go to our KFDM News Facebook page. We've got lots of questions. This one wants to know if the child support order is issued and the parent that is ordered to pay child support becomes medically disabled and does not pay, what can be done to the parent in which is 4 years behind on child support?
I would suggest to this lady that she contact the Attorney General's office and they will help her on an enforcement action for her child support. If this person who's disabled has not had the child support order modified, then it has continued to accrue despite this disability. So the AG's office can help her collect that.
Okay. Another question, what happens to house and property if both owners pass away and there's no will, but they have 3 grown children?
They will need to institute some probate proceedings. This person died intestate, and they would open an administration and determine how these assets are passed to the children.
How long does that normally take? Is it a long process?
It depends on what the assets are and what has to be done to transfer title, to get an accounting done, but it's obviously more cumbersome than had there been a will.
Okay. Another question, what do I need to do if a court date is set for enforcement on past due child support due to the Attorney General's office for my child?
You need to be there at the enforcement hearing, and the Attorney General will present the matter to the judge and see what the judge wants to do about that child support.
Okay. If you're going through a divorce and you sign a waiver so you don't have to go to court in front of the judge, but before the court date you change your mind, can you still go to the court on the day to sign divorce papers?
Yes, you can go and appear before the court. What I would suggest is that person notify the court that they're withdrawing the waiver and let the court know that they do want to be heard. I would suggest filing an answer so that no default judgment could be taken.
Okay, another question. Why do men have to pay child support when the woman leaves them for another man and they don't want a divorce?
That really stinks, doesn't it, when that happens? But the law is, regardless of a party's marriage state, they have to support their children. So that's the reason.
Okay, I think we can squeeze in one more. If you get a divorce and the parent doesn't want to pay child support, could anything be done to the parent that isn't paying child support?
I'm not sure I follow that. If you don't want the child support, why would you want to do something to the parent that isn't paying? Did I understand that right?
That's kind of a strange question. Okay, if a man and woman are married but separated and don't get a divorce, what will happen with the land, home, cars, etc. if one of them dies?
If they're still married, it would be community property and it would pass under the laws of intestacy if there's no will. So if you want to cut off the other spouse's ability to inherit any of your property, you need to get a divorce.
Whew, thanks. We appreciate it, and unfortunately we're out of time.
Thank you for having me.
And if you'd like to have your question answered about family law, all you have to do is fax us your questions, 892-7305. Email us at laf@kfdm.com, or you can post those questions on our KFDM News Facebook page.